Right! Hello, everybody! Hello! This thing is not scrolling. GA's $4, Mr. Voljack, Zarmagus, and Eblis. Welcome back to Root-a-toot-doot-a-doot-doot-a-double. Last time, we learned a lot more about Salyu, and we made up with Mashiro! And we learned the name of that terrorist organization. Oh my god. Apparently Nakazawa was channeling his inner Ryukushi here and predicting shit. Which is called Q against the psychics. We want to kill them all. And I really want to know, though, what Mashiro intends to do, like, on her own. Why she's so dead set on doing this on her own. Hello to you, welcome to the stream. Hello, oh, by the way, Eblis, I hope it's a nice stream so you can feel better. I'm so sorry you had a bad day. And what I really want to know is why Mashiro thinks that they can do it on their own. Like, to me, the best thing they could possibly do is, you know, file a police report. Like, surely they have psychics in their police department that can help out. So, I'm curious to see if she's ever going to bring that up. But, let's see what our group can do in this investigation as the clock ticks ever further towards the present. Right now, they're investigating. Soot still clung to the site in places, and shards of glass were scattered about everywhere.
ここが旧六名市立病院跡。さっき言ってた旧の破壊活動の痕跡だよ。
It's really loud for me, jeez. Oh, that's why. Oh yeah, that's right. Mashiro did say she filed a police report. Oh yeah, thank you, GAs. Thank you for that. I think it's a bit loud for y'all too. Let me just turn that a bit down. Okay. This is the old Rokamei City Hospital ruins. As I said before, it's the remains of Q's destructive activity.
This
was a place that Natsuhiko certainly did remember. Yep, when he was young, he'd come here with Yuri and Mashiro on a dare.
思い出した夏彦。
Remember now, Natsuhiko?
ああ、当時はそんな場所だって知らなかったけど。
Yes, though, at the time I didn't realize this place had that kind of story behind it.
どうしてこんな焼けてしまっているの？
Why is... Oh, there's a typo right there. Why was it burned this badly? Mashiro took one look around at the burned vestiges before answering.
ここは昔市内最大の病院として市民に親しまれていたの。
Long ago, this was the biggest hospital in the city. All the citizens were familiar with it.
だけど16年前のある夜、ここに火が放たれた。
But one night 16 years ago, it was set on fire.
この時放火したのが Q のメンバーだと言われてるんだ。連中が起こした最初の事件だよ。
And the ones who set the fire were said to be Q members. It was the first incident they had caused.
犯人は捕まったの？
Did they catch the criminal?
うん。ここを焼いた犯人はね。
Yeah. At least the one that set fire to the place.
ここを焼いた犯人は？
What do you mean at least?
Well, obviously there were other people involved in the planning.
犯人は一人じゃなかったの。
There wasn't just one criminal.
その夜、この市の十数箇所で同時に放火があったんだよ。
Dozens of fires went off in the city at the same time that night.
犯人が全員捕まえられたのかどうかはよくわかってない。
They're still not sure if they caught all the criminals.
六名士同時多発放火事件。この事件はそう呼ばれてる。
That incident has come to be called the Great Rokamei City Arson.
六名士同時多発火災か。
The Great Rokamei City Arson. Not much great about it.
Natsuhiko faintly remembered hearing about the incident before. Unfortunately, all he remembered was that such a thing had happened. Since there were so many victims in that incident, it was not an easy subject to broach. Furthermore, Natsuhiko never considered actively attempting to research it.
でもマシロはどうしてこれが Q の仕業だって知ってるんだ？
But, Mashiro, how do you know this was the work of Q?
昨夜ネットで調べただけで簡単に分かったよ。
Seriously, how does anyone find anything out with the internet? It was simple enough to find out with a sorry. A short net switch last night.
だからこれから話すことはネットの受け売りだけど。
So, what I'm about to say might just be secondhand information from the internet, but...
Q はその時期に結成された組織みたい。
God, this is creepy as fuck. Q apparently formed around that time.
この町は当時からコミュニケーターが多かったから、それで標的にされたんだろうね。
Since there were many communicators in the city at the time, it was an obvious target for him.
その頃から Q とやらはそんな妙な組織名を名乗ってたのか？
Did they already call themselves such a weird name back then?
Q と名乗り始める前の組織名は反 BC 連盟。
Nah, the first name Q took was the Anti-BC League.
反 BC 連盟のメンバーは同時多発火災の犯人として逮捕されたけど。
Anti-BC League members were arrested for the Great Rokami City arson, but
そうして投獄されたメンバーが出所してから Q という組織名を名乗り始めたらしいんだよ。
apparently it wasn't until after those members were discharged from prison that they began to call themselves Q. I can't believe that they got off. Oh, who am I kidding? Of course I can believe it.
その理由や組織名の由来まではわからないけどね。
The reason and origin behind the name is still unknown, though.
そうなのか。昔の組織名の方がテロリストらしいって感じがするけどな。
I see. But the old name sounds more terrorist-like to me, though.
That's the point.
それにしても真っ白。九段の火災から16年も経ってるのに、この建物が取り壊されない理由は？
In any case, Mashiro, if the fires happened over 16 years ago, why hasn't this building been demolished yet?
多分誰かがそう望んだんだよ。事件が風化することを望まない誰かが。
Someone probably didn't want it to be demolished. Someone who didn't want the effects of the incident to fade away. They looked around. Sure enough, the place looked like a scene frozen in time. And had probably been left alone as is for 16 years. And yet the incident gradually faded away from the public's mind, and likely nobody ever visited anymore.
その後 Q は
What happened with Q afterwards?
コミュニケーターの多く住んでいる地域を狙って何度か破壊活動を行ってるっていう話だよ。
There were rumors that they target areas with high communicator populations, and have conducted several destructive activities.
12年前のサルベツ市 BC 研究所爆破事件。
Damn, Mashiro was just on the ball. Seriously. There was the Sarabetsu City BC laboratory explosion 12 years ago.
11年前の七星大超心理学科放火事件。
The Shishisei Parapsychology Department arson 11 years ago.
9年前の牛追市民ホール立てこもり事件。7年前の円空市炭疽菌散布事件。6年前の小金浜浄水場ヒ素混入事件。
The Yoshioshi City Hall siege 9 years ago. The Yanku City anthrax incident 7 years ago. The Kohanagama arsenic water purification plant poisoning 6 years ago.
Holy shit, Mashiro. You're a walking Wikipedia article.
Yeah, I know, ain't I? I'm pretty freaking smart.
それ全部 Q の仕業なのか？
Q was behind all of those?
Natsuhiko was surprised. He had heard about all those incidents on the morning news. However, none of those incidents were reported as terrorism.
ネットの情報はあやふやなところも多いけど、どうもそうみたいだよ。
The information on the net is about a bunch of ambiguous spots. That's what it all pointed to, at least.
ネットね。
On the net, huh?
Natsuhiko never really liked the internet. Yeah, wow, that's a good reason too. Holy shit. Nakazawa was kind of ahead of his time. Yeah, he totally pulled a Ryukishi with this story in terms of predicting shit. He didn't quite understand why himself, but if he had to describe it, it'd probably be because of the apparent abundance of dubious information, like what Mashiro was talking about.
いずれにしてもそんなタチの悪い組織があるなら聞いたことくらいあっても良さそうだけど。
At any rate, if such a nasty organization actually existed, you'd think I'd at least hear about them once.
過激派の名前なんて知らなくて普通だよ。
Come on, Natsuhiko. It's only normal that you wouldn't know the name of an extremist organization.
日本には昔からいろんな過激派組織があるけど、その組織名なんて一つも知らないでしょ？
Japan has had many different extremist organizations in the past. But you can't name a single one, can you?
いや、Q は特別だろ。
No, but Q's different, right?
僕らに無関係ってわけじゃないんだし、この町の住人にとっては重要じゃないか。
You can't say their actions would be totally unrelated to us, can you? Their existence would be important for people of this town especially to know about.
Mashiro made a complicated expression as Natsuhiko said this.
だからこそだよ。Q が絡む事件については、この町じゃあまり報道されないんだって。
It's quite the opposite, actually. This town deliberately neglects to report on incidents involving Q.
どうして？
Why's that?
深刻な社会不安を起こさないためってのがその理由みたい。
The reason appears to be to not cause serious public anxiety. Apparently, nobody ever played Mother 3.
Q はいつでもコミュニケーターを狙って破壊活動をする。
Q constantly conducts destructive activities targeting communicators.
その事実が大々的に報道されたら、この町にたくさんいるコミュニケーターたちはどう思う？
If that truth were widely reported on, what kind of impression do you think they'd leave on all the communicators living here? Holy shit. Mashiro. Wow. Dang. Mashiro. Wow. Oh my god. Mashiro is super badass. It would obviously cause a state of panic. Could very well strain tensions between communicators and ordinary people.
私たちは生まれた時からコミュニケーターが保護されているこの町に住んでるんで気に留めなかったけど。
Ever since we were born, we've been living in the protective communicator shelter that is this city. So we've never had to keep it in mind.
でもそれ以外の地域では Q の悪行はありのままに報道されているらしいの。
But areas outside the city apparently report Q's wrongdoings as is.
コミュニケーターと一般人の圧力ってのも未だに根強くあるみたい。
Strife between communicators and ordinary people still seems to be deep-rooted.
だからだと思うよ。近頃6名士の人口が増えてきてるのは。
And I think that's why Rokumi City's population has grown recently.
迫害とかテロを避けるため、よそから逃げてきてるんじゃないかな。
Perhaps communicators are moving in to avoid persecution and terrorism. I mean, not just for doing a Google search, but like, you know, for putting all this together and everything, and for being so worldly and informed is mainly what I mean. Like, she's not an airhead in the least. Which is, I just think that's really cool. You know, it contrasts with her personality. You know, like, you'd think that she wouldn't really be up, like, you know, keep track of world events. Like, but she's like, dang. No, I think Mashiro is, it's a really interesting character trait for her. She's reminding me a lot of Rena in that way. That last statement jogged Natsuhiko's memory. 10 years ago when Yuri moved into Rokume City. And as y'all know, Rena is my favorite Higurashi character. Yeah. They even have very similar hair color, too. When he had asked her why she moved at the time, she said it was because they measured my BC attitude and found his rank C. Natsuhiko had thought that she simply meant they had moved to Rokume City because it's tax and education benefits for communicators, but... Motherfucking OBS! I fucking swear, this stupid OBS! God damn it! Seriously, my internet didn't even go down. Just OBS fucked up, literally, on its own, without even the internet. God, it was pretty far back, too. That wasn't it. God damn it. Oh, wow, that was so far back. Here we go, we can just
Was she persecuted in another town and felt threatened by acts of terrorism, and that's why they escaped to Rokume City?
Even as recently as 10 years ago, understanding of communicators was still insufficient. So it wasn't any stretch of the imagination to believe that Yuri's family did indeed seek refuge in Rokume.
I can't believe that that's what the outside world is like. Oh, please let me stay in my nice little bubble. Oh, God.
Even though Natsuhiko had only heard half the story. Mashiro's sense of impending danger was gradually getting through to him. But in addition to his fear, he felt doubt about something else.
But don't you find something odd then? If they're that fearsome an organization, then why were these last incidents so half-baked?
Half-baked?!
学校の危険物騒ぎにしてもトレーニングセンターの怪文書にしてもただ騒ぎを起こしただけですぐ収束してるじゃないか
I mean, the dangerous object at school and the objectionable literature at the training center only cause temporary panic before things quickly return to normal, right?
確かになんだか愉快犯的
True. It did seem like they were merely trying to get a rise out of the people.
意味もなく騒ぎを起こしてどこかでそれを見て笑ってるのか何のために
Did they just cause meaningless panic so they could watch and laugh somewhere? For what purpose?
God, you really don't know what Q was like, do you? Mashiro had no answer. Natsuhiko looked around at the burned ruins and smoke.
なあ、Mashiro。やっぱり考えすぎなんじゃないのか
Say, Mashiro, maybe you really are just overthinking things.
考えすぎって
Overthinking.
あのトレーナーさんが言ってたように今回の一件は Q の名前を語った誰かの仕業って気がするよ
I get the feeling that the trainer guy was right. That the last few cases were just the work of people pretending to be Q.
夏彦ひょっとしてやっぱり私の言うこと信じてないの
Natsuhiko, we just went over this. Don't tell me you really don't believe me.
いや信じてはいるさだけど
No, I do believe you, it's just...
Natsuhiko hesitated for a second.
テロリストがバスの中で他人に聞こえるようにこの街の歴史を終わらせるなんて言うかな
Oh boy. Oh god, oh no. Natsuhiko, you seem like a smart enough dude. Figure it out. I don't know if he thinks highly enough of himself to figure it out, where that line of thought will lead. That Mashiro is just pretending not to be able to use empathy. Oh god. So that she can stay in the same class as Natsuhiko. Oh god.
Would a terrorist really talk about ending the town's history loud enough for someone to hear on a bus?
さっきの話を聞いて余計にそう思ったよ。本気でテロを起こそうとしてるなら絶対そんなこと口にしないだろう。
It seems way too over the top. If you were seriously going to attempt terrorism, you wouldn't want to let your plan out of the bag, would you?
確かに私もそう思う。隣に座っていた私の耳にも聞こえなかったし。
True, I agree. I was sitting next to you and I didn't hear anything.
それは
That's, oh crap, Mashiro! I'm really stuck between a rock and a hard place!
でも確かに私は聞いたんだよ。
I did hear it, I swear! Mashiro spoke in a strong tone of voice. Her obstinacy seems suspicious to Natsuhiko.
あのさ、マシロ。ひょっとして
Okay,
お前
he's slowly getting it.
何か隠してるんじゃないか。
Say, Mashiro, you're not hiding anything from us by any chance, are you?
テロが起こるって信じるに足る理由が他にあるのか？
Is there some other reason you believe there's a terrorist plot and you're just not telling us?
Oh god, Jace, thank you for catching that. Mashiro's eyes widened.
ないよ、そんなもの。
No, of course not. Oh god. Oh god, this one's on me. Oh crap. What am I gonna do? That reaction alone was enough to convince Natsuhiko. She was indeed hiding something. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, what's gonna happen here?
マシロ、僕はお前が心配なだけなんだ。
Mashiro, I'm just worried about you.
気にかかることがあったら話してくれよ。
If there's anything on your mind, let's talk it out.
何もないってば。
There's nothing, okay?
そんなわけないだろう。何か言えない理由があるのか？
Of course there's something. Is there a reason you just can't talk about it?
For some reason, Mashiro's eyes were tinged with fear. For the 10 long years he had known her, Natsuhiko had never seen such an expression on her face before. Osoda!
Whoa! Oh god. Why is she so...
But as if to interrupt his thoughts, Salyu muttered.
真っ白。あなたもしかして。
Salyu's gonna figure it out. Yeah. Oh boy. Mashiro, by any chance.
その男の心の声を聞いたのでは。
Yep. Was what you heard not the man's voice, but his mental voice? Oh God! Mashiro gasped and looked at Salyu.
サリュ、どうしてそんなこと言うの？
Salyu! Oh, you silly little kid! What makes you say that?
もし言葉ではなく心の声を聞いたとしたら、そこまで信じるのもわかる。
If it was his mental voice you heard, then I would understand why you would be so adamant in your belief.
何言ってるの？そんなこと私にできるわけ。
What are you saying? Sure. There's no way I could. You saw me flounder about in class. You know, I can't use that kind of ability. I'm just a ditzy little girl. You know, I'm just a slacker. I don't really have that kind of power. Contrary to her words, Mashiro was clearly caught off guard by the question. It wasn't that she seemed surprised to hear completely unexpected words. It was more like Salyu had hit the nail on the head. Even though Mashiro's ability was supposedly limited to telepathy only.
ちょっと待ってくれ。どういうことなんだ、マシロ。
Oh god. Oh god, Natsuhiko, whatever you do, do not be a freaking dense as fuck harem protagonist and not understand why Mashiro is doing what she's doing. Oh god.
Hold on a second. What's the meaning of this, Mashiro?
まさか、お前本当は
Don't tell me you
エンパシー使えるのか。
you can actually use empathy.
Oh, fuck berries.
答えてくれ。使えるのか。
Answer me. Can you use it or not?
Mashiro fell silent for a little while. But eventually she muttered in resignation. Yeah.
いつから。
Since when?
黙っててごめん。
I'm sorry I kept quiet about it.
本当は何年も前から使えるようになってたんだよ。
Oh my god, Mashiro! Oh, Mashiro! I've actually been able to use it for years.
何年も前から。
Yes.
Natsuhiko's mind drew a blank at the unexpected time frame. Damn! A trembling voice spilled out of his mouth.
じゃあお前がテロが起こるって信じた理由は。
Then the reason you believe there's a terrorist plot.
サリュの言う通りだよ。
It's exactly as Salyu said.
私ね、あのバスの中でテロリストの心の声を聞いたんだよ。
When we were on the bus, I heard the mental voice of a terrorist. Now that their secret was out, Mashiro voluntarily spoke about the next topic.
私はあの時バスの中で二人とおしゃべりしてたよね。
I was talking with you two on the bus back then, right?
ああ。
Yes.
するとその途中でバスの前の方に立っていた人がこっちを振り返ったんだ。
And while we were talking, someone standing a little bit ahead turned and looked at us.
そしてしばらく私たちをじっと見ていた。
He was staring straight at us.
私は気づかなかった。でもどうして？
I didn't notice, but why?
わからないよ。サングラスと帽子をつけてて表情も見えなかった。
I don't know. He was covering his face with sunglasses and a hat, so I couldn't read his expression.
でもいい年齢のおじさんだったし、まさかサリを狙う変態かと思って。
But he looked quite older than us, so I was afraid he might have been a private talking and saw you, so...
良くないとは思ったんだけど、その人に対してエンパシーを使っちゃったんだよ。
And she used empathy on someone she couldn't even see the face of. Like, how would she even know the frickin' brainwave pattern? Like, holy fuck. I know it was wrong of me, but I used empathy on him.
すると聞こえてきたの。一瞬穏やかな声で。
And then I heard his mental voice. For a moment I was gentle.
懐かしい会話だって。
It said, man, hearing this really brings me back.
懐かしい会話。何がだ。
Hearing this really brings me back. What's that supposed to mean?
それもわからないの。ただ向こうはなぜか一瞬だけ私たちに心を許していたみたい。
Oh, so you don't need that for empathy. Oh, wow. So, I see. Okay, thank you, TA. So, you only need the brainwave pattern for telepathy. Okay. Oh, wow. Huh. I don't know, but just for a second, his heart was apparently open to us.
問題はその後なの。
The problem is what came after that.
その直後にその人は思い直したようにこう考えたんだ。
Wait. Oh my fucking god. It's true, isn't it? Watase has an evil personality inside him. Motherfucker. Oh my god. Son of a bitch. Oh my god, that might be why they broke up. Because, like, the evil one was in charge at the time or something. Like, oh my god. What the actual fuck? That, I mean, that seems like it would be based on what she's saying, right? Because why would they even think that one thing and then immediately have, like, this other thought? It's like, holy crap. It's gotta be. But then how did the other personality of Watase's get mind wiped? Oh my god. What the actual fuck? That's gotta be it. That has to be it. Right after that, he seemed to reconsider himself and thought this instead.
待て、何も考えるな。万一誰かに心を読まれたら計画は失敗だ。
Wait, keep your mind blank. In the off chance someone reads your mind, the whole plan's doomed to fail.
そこから断片的な言葉の羅列が。
And then I heard a bunch of fragmented phrases.
コミュニケーターは忌むべき存在。こんな町の歴史は終わらせてやる。
Communicators are an abomination. Have to put an end to this town's history.
あと数日の辛抱。誰にも心を許すな。怪物だらけの町。
Jesus Christ. Hold on just a few more days. Don't open your heart to anybody. Work under the assumption there's a city full of monsters.
そこでその人は心を閉ざしちゃって、もう心の声は聞こえなくなった。
And then he shut his heart and I couldn't hear his mental voice anymore.
だけど、一瞬だけどその人の感情も
But just for a second I felt his emotion.
本気でテロを起こそうとしている覚悟とか悪意みたいなものも伝わってきたんだよ。
I felt his malice and his resolve to seriously commit terrorism.
Oh, fuck berries.
Natsuhiko gulped upon hearing Mashiro's story all the way through.
それでどうなったんだ？
So what happened then?
その人はすぐバスを降りちゃったから、それ以上のことはわからなくて。
Where did he get off the bus? Well, he soon got off the bus, so I don't know what happened after that.
昨夜話したように考えすぎだと思おうとしたんだけど、後半の言葉の羅列が耳について。
Just like how we talked about it last night. I thought I was just overthinking it, but I just couldn't get the last half of those words out of my ears.
なんだかどんどん怖くなってきちゃって。
It just kept frightening me more and more.
僕に相談してきたってわけか。
So that's why you tried to talk with me, huh?
Mashiro nodded quietly. So it seems like the terrorists, if the evil side of Watase is like a terrorist mastermind, if the theory is true, didn't even know that there was no reactor. Because it seems like they were planning to blow up the reactor, but I didn't even know that there wasn't one. So, what does this have to do with Yuri? Oh, but And like, oh god, no, I keep thinking Yuri is stuck in the true lab. She's not. Seriously. But wait. If Mashiro can use empathy, then she might know what Yuri, if Yuri is projecting herself into Natsuhiko's mind, then she might be using it so she can talk with Yuri as well. If she can empathy with Natsuhiko, and she's been able to do it for years, right? And she could probably see the projection in that case. Because she can know what Yuri is saying if Yuri is just projecting to Natsuhiko. So Yuri could actually still be in the true lab. Because Mashiro has empathy. I don't think Salyu has ever said anything to Yuri. Has she? But this is how Mashiro can communicate with Yuri. And Yuri can still be stuck in the true lab. Certainly would be odd for someone besides an actual terrorist to think those thoughts. It'd be hard to believe that he merely hated communicators if he were taking precautions against having his mind read in such an everyday situation. The countdown of just a few more days also gives a sinister sense of legitimacy.
でもマシロ、どうして正直に言ってくれなかったんだ？心の声を聞いたって。
Natsuhiko, you're being a dense harem protagonist.
But Mashiro, why didn't you just tell the truth to begin with? Why hide that you heard his mental voice?
確かにそうすればこんなに混乱することもなかった。
I don't recall. Well, Salyu, doesn't probably quite understand what, if that theory is true, doesn't quite understand what the whole Yuri deal is. And given, her disability and stuff, she might not quite be someone to bring it up. Like, if it is true, like, she'll probably, like, bring it up in, like, the end game and be like, who the fuck is Yuri? I haven't seen her. Or something like that. And, like, well, obviously she's actually there with Yuri, so it almost seems like the climax is heading toward them having successfully broken Yuri out of the True Lab already. And that's where they confront Wadase, who's being controlled by his evil side, I assume. True. Then we could have avoided all this confusion.
言えるわけないじゃん。
How could I just stop and talk about it?
だって夏彦、エンパシー怖がってたでしょ。
Natsuhiko, you've been afraid of empathy, haven't you?
Huh?
BC のせいで友達に嫌われるのは。
Wait,
もう
what?
嫌だもん。
I've had enough of my friends turning on me because of BC. Now she mentioned it, Natsuhiko did remember the conversation they had a few days ago.
エンパシーが使えるやつがそばにいるかもしれないって状況は考えてみれば怖いよ。
Awkward. 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 Wow. God. Who would have ever thought that this story would be such a good allegory for a lot of different things? Holy shit. Diggity dang to dang. Ah, jeez. Wow.
If you think about it, it is kind of scary to think the person next to you could be capable of using empathy.
Yeah.
夏彦も心を読まれるのを
Well,
なんだね。
that's not necessarily true, GAs, because she's been hiding it for years. And this was just the other day. Natsuhiko, you have the after with fears having their mind read too, aren't you?
そりゃまあ平気な人もいるかもしれないけど、僕はやっぱり怖いよ。
Well, yes, sure, there are maybe some people are okay with the notion, but I find it frightening.
そういうことだったのか。
That explains the past few days. But she's been hiding it for years.
So that's what it was.
Natsuhiko finally realized just how oblivious he had been. Mashiro was probably trying all this time just to tell Natsuhiko she could use empathy. But she was afraid of how he would react. She had kept it a secret locked up in her heart.
ごめんマシロ。察してやれなかった。
I'm sorry, Mashiro, I never even imagined.
お前も僕と同じく BC のせいで友達なくしてたのにな。
Even though both of us have already lost friends because of BC.
こっちこそ騙してて本当にごめん。
Oh, hello, Guppy Force. Welcome to the stream. No, it's okay. I'm sorry I've been deceiving you all this time. Natsuhiko and Mashiro apologized to each other. It was quite a surprising development. Natsuhiko somehow managed to come to terms with the truth. After all, since they both had similar experiences, he understood Mashiro's feelings painfully well. But Salyu, on the other hand, calmly piled more questions onto Mashiro.
マシロ、警察に通報した時はどういう風に伝えたの？
Mashiro, when you sent in a report to the police, what did you tell them?
だいぶ悩んだんだけど、正直に伝えたんだ。エンパシーで心の声を聞いたって。
I thought hard about how I should do it, but I told him the truth. Good, good. Absolutely. I'm glad they'll take it more seriously then. That I heard his mental voice through empathy.
でも信じてもらえなかった。テロリストが他人に心を開くとは思えません。
But they wouldn't. Oh, for fuck's sake! But they wouldn't believe me. They said that terrorists wouldn't open their hearts to other people.
保安課に通報した時も同じだった。確かにそれが正論だけど。
Same thing when I reported it to the security department. I mean, I do have a point, but
夏彦たちは信じてくれるよね。
you guys believe me, right? Her eyes were tinged with anxiety. It broke Natsuhiko's heart to see her like that.
I bet Mashiro has been feeling so desolate ever since yesterday.
I finally understood why she was so indignant last night, why she took such baffling actions today. It's because she alone knew about the existence of terrorists in the city. Because even though she knew they had to be stopped, nobody would believe her. Not the police, nor the security department, or even her friend of 10 years.
What the hell am I doing? I was supposed to believe in her even if no one else would, wasn't I? Oh god.
Natsuhiko ground his teeth and looked at Mashiro.
当たり前だろ。
Of course
Sorry.
Of course I believe you.
いや、信じるのが遅くて悪かった。今からでも一緒にテロリストの捜索を手伝わせてくれるか。
I'm sorry it took so long for me to believe you. Is it too late to joining your search for the terrorists?
もちろん。
Of course not! As Mashiro smiled in relief, Salyu spoke up.
私も信じる。マシロは嘘をついていないから。
I believe you too. Because you aren't lying.
分かってくれる？
You can tell? Salyu held up Alice and replied.
実はさっきからアリスをマシロの顔にフォーカスしていた。
Actually, I've had Alice focus on your face for a while.
怯えや懇願の反応はあったけど、それ以外の反応はなかった。ならば信じるに足る。
She reacted to your anxiety and supplication, but she made no other reactions. So that's enough for me to believe you.
そう そうか。サルにとってはそれがエンパシーみたいなもんなんだね。
I see. So that thing's sort of like your own version of empathy, isn't it?
そこまでじゃない。でも私はアリスを信じるしかないし、真白のことも信じたい。それだけ。
Alice isn't that advanced, but I have no choice but to believe in her. And I want to believe in you too, Mashiro. That's all.
正直私は乗り気じゃないけど、でも役目として二人を守ることはしようと思う。
Honestly, I'm not that eager to get on board. But I believe it is my duty to protect you two. Hello, Mr. Valdick. I think she does because that's all she has. That's the only way she's capable of understanding.
いいよ、それで十分すぎ。ありがとう、サル。
Oh, that's fine. That's more than enough. Thank you, Salyu. Mashiro hugs Salyu tight. Charming gesture in Natsuhiko's eyes.
Looks like she's finally back to the usual Mashiro, huh?
As Natsuhiko breathed a sigh of relief, Mashiro grinned at him and spoke.
よし、それじゃあ早速捜索に行こう。
Okay, then let's get on with the search.
了解。
Roger.
ああ、僕も本腰を入れるよ。
Yes, I'll give it my best too. The old college try.
Natsuhiko and Salyu nodded, and the three of them left the hospital ruins. It's a good thing nobody attacked them there. Jeez. True value. I'm the latest at true value. The three of them talked as they walked outside.
それじゃあどうやって捜索しようか。
Okay, then how should we conduct the search?
待て、マシロ。先に互いの能力について確認しよう。
Hold up, Mashiro. First, we should get a feel for each other's abilities. I have a feeling we have like a rock, paper, scissors thing going on here.
お前の能力って本当はどの程度のものなんだ？
What is the real extent of your ability? How powerful are you?
私の場合は
But Natsuhiko, you aren't even in college!
Crap, fine. Then the old high school try.
Thank you, GAs, for that. Me? In my case, I'd say,
効果範囲500メートル程度のテレパシーと効果範囲10メートル程度のエンパシーだよ。
telepathy with an effective range of approximately 500 meters. And empathy with an effective range of approximately 10 meters.
能力レベルは認定されてないけど5相当かな。
I haven't been certified, but I'd say I'm around ability level 5.
え？
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty badass. Maybe you should respect me a bit more. Natsuhiko was surprised by that answer. Ability level 5 meant you were in the highest of the elites among all currently recognized communicators. If you could freely use empathy on a target at a distance, you're classified as ability level 5. There were said to be no more than 50 communicators at that level in all of Japan.
ちょっとお前、それって本気ですごいんじゃないのか？
Hold on. That's seriously amazing, isn't it?
私も驚いた。真白は天才なのね。
I'm surprised too. You must be a genius, Mashiro.
いや、それほどでも。
Shucks! No, I wouldn't go that far. Mashiro had mixed feelings, but she was mostly embarrassed.
ねえ、二人とも。確かに私はエンパシー使えるけど、怖がらないでね。
Say, guys, I certainly can use empathy, but, don't be afraid of me, okay? I'm your friend.
え？
Huh?
これは信じてほしいんだけど、勝手に他人の心を覗き込んだりは絶対しないようにしてるの。
I know it might be hard to believe, but I absolutely do not peek into other people's hearts without good reason.
テロリストの心を読んだのはサリの身を案じてやったあくまでも例外で
When I read the terrorist's mind, I just made an exception, because I was worried about Salyu.
もちろん夏彦たちの心を読んだりもしないし
So obviously, it's not like I read your minds or anything.
まあ分かってるよ。
Yes, I understand.
だいたい私は読まれて困るような心は持ってない。
I don't have a mind with anything worth hiding in the first place. Oh, Salyu, I wouldn't say that. Seriously.
I'll respect you if you stop watching those cartoons.
They're not cartoons! They're real to me! And they're not just for kids!
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
Fucking hell!
もちろん他の人に話したりはしない。このことは僕らの秘密にしよう。
And of course, we won't tell anyone else about it. We'll keep this our little secret.
そうよかった
I say! Thank goodness. Mashiro was relieved to hear these answers.
それじゃあ夏彦の能力は
Okay then. How's your ability, Natsuhiko? You gotta be super strong too. I know that. You use your powers to save me!
自分でもまだよく分かってないんだけど。
I'm not quite so sure myself yet, but
効果範囲2キロ程度のテレパシーかな。
telepathy was an effective range of approximately 2 kilometers, I guess.
2キロマジで
2 kilometers? Seriously?
ああ、どうやらね。
Yes, apparently. If you're a sniper rifle, then I'm a shotgun.
それって能力レベルに換算するとどのくらいなの？
Around what ability level does that correspond to?
効果範囲2キロってのは私も聞いたことないよレベル5の私をはるかに超えてるし
I've never heard of an effective range of 2 kilometers before! That far surpasses my ability at level 5! Oh, crap! You've gone even further beyond!
っていうことはまさかレベル 6?
So, just maybe, could it be level 6? Mashiro looked at Natsuhiko with admiration. Now that he thought about it. And I had mentioned that there could still be many unknown areas in the field of BC. Yes.
My power level is protagonist.
Oh crap, that means I'm gonna become the Yamcha of the group! Oh no! I don't know what a Yamcha is, but it sounds disappointing. I refuse to let that happen! Oh, thank you for that, cheers. Now that he thought about it, Anna had mentioned that there could be many unknown areas in the field of VC, which meant that there very well could be ability level 6 communicators and beyond. Even further beyond!
You see, this is ability level 5. I can using empathy and sending messages up to around 500 meters or a kilometer. And this is called ability level 6. I can send telepathy 2 kilometers. And rumble, 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 to go even further beyond. Is a communicator beyond communicators. Ability level 7.
Oh no! Oh my god! He's lost his eyebrows!
ちょっと夏彦私にテレパシー送ってみて
Hold on a sec, Natsuhiko! Try sending me some telepathy!
わかった。待ってくれ。
Okay, hold on a second.
And with that, Natsuhiko put a finger to his temple and focused.
Mashiro, can you hear me? If you can, then please answer.
He tried to focus hard on that message from the bottom of his heart. However,
どうだマシロ、聞こえたか？
How is that, Mashiro? Hear me?
ごめん、何も聞こえないよ。
I'm sorry, I didn't hear nothing. I still think your power can only be unlocked in times of great danger, just like a protagonist. And then you have to undergo a whole freaking training arc after you fail to unlock your power in a stressful situation. We just gotta find Master Roshi!
あれ？
Huh?
Apparently nothing happened. He didn't find that on sensation of his five senses dampening either.
まだまるでコントロールできてないみたいだな。
Looks like I still can't control it yet.
そうなんだ。
I say.
今は特に真白に伝えたいメッセージはなかったからでは？
Maybe it was because you didn't have any message that you particularly want to tell Mashiro.
そうか。本当に必要な時しか能力が発動しないのかもな。
I see. Maybe my ability only works when I absolutely need it. Like some kind of protagonist.
He wasn't entirely sure if that was amazing or an amazing letdown. I told you, Natsuhiko, you gotta undergo a freaking training arc. Like a master secluded in the woods. That'll put you through all kinds of arduous training so you can activate your power on command. But at first, it's only gonna be like a really weak version that's really precise. But then, through various battles and all kinds of crazy shit, you're gonna, like going through tournament arcs and the things, you can unlock your true power forever! I don't know what Mashiro's talking about.
No, it's okay. She just gets like this from time to time. It's best to just ignore it. Or imagine fun stories to it. I do both. Alternatingly.
At any rate, since he couldn't use empathy at all, it would be hard to classify him as level 6 regardless.
普段真面目に練習してなかったのがちょっと悔やまれるな。
Oh, I'm kind of starting to regret not taking practice seriously now.
テレパシーのやり取りができたら別行動も可能なのにね。
If I could only use telepathy to communicate, we'd be able to split up! I guess we just gotta use our frickin' cell phones like ordinary rubes.
いや、真白はテロリストに顔を見られている。一緒に行動すべき。
No, Mashiro, you remember the terrorist's face, so we should act together anyway. I told you he was wearing a mask and sunglasses.
ああ、そっか。
You're right!
そうだよマシロ。せっかく集まったのにまたバラバラになっちゃ意味がない。3人で一緒に探そう。
That's right, Mashiro. There's no point in us spreading ourselves thin after we finally manage to regroup. Let's all search together. We're not going to Scooby-Doo this shit.
Yeah!
ところで、探す当ては他にあるの？
Oh, wow. So, thank you for the GA with some facts from the developer's notes. Mashiro got a love of manga and anime from her father, who loves JoJo, especially Part 5. Oh, wow. Da 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 da. In the golden wind. By the way, do you have any leads as to where to search?
すぐには思いつかないけど、とりあえず近頃街で起こっている事件について当たってみようか。
Not that I can think of, but for now, how about we start with the places in town where incidents have happened recently?
よし、それで行こ
Okay then, let's go, gang.
Owie wowie woo! Alice, did you say that? Okay, I thought I heard something, but never mind. And And with that, the three of them head into town. Afterwards, they use their PDA. God, like, I still can't get over the PDA thing. I still can't get over it. Nakazawa keeps trying to make fetch a thing. Ah, jeez. Several institutions other than VC Training Center have received rejection of literature. They didn't learn anything more than what the trainer had told them, but... After they had made their fifth inquiry, the three of them stopped for a moment's discussion.
よし、分かったことを整理しよう。
Okay, let's sort through what we know.
まず一つ目が怪文書が送られてきたのはすべて BC 関連施設だってことだね。
Okay. First of all, the places that received rejection of literature were all BC-related facilities, correct? Natsuhiko nodded. Several facilities, each somehow relating to BC, had received rejection of literature. Exactly, first we need to ask her what Part 9 is. if that truly is the last part. And all of the ejectional literature was apparently signed Q. The receiving parties each had different reactions to the literature, but all of it was rounded up by the police or the city security department.
もう一つ、近頃町では火事が多いこと。それもまた BC 関連施設ばかりが被害に遭っているということ。
Also, there have been several fires lately, and they all seem to selectively damage BC-related facilities.
それも気になるな。
Ah, that's worrying too.
It might be a coincidence, but beginning with the city's largest research facility, the BC Development Center, 3 such facilities had suffered from fires.
保安課が躍起になって怪文書の回収をしているのは不安を煽らないためかな。
Maybe the reason the security department has been so desperately rounding up the ejection literature was to not defeat them anxiety.
だけど相変わらずわからない。怪文書をばらまくことに何の意味が。
But I still don't understand. What's the purpose of distributing ejection literature?
それなんだよ
Yes, what's all that about?
The ejection literature and the bomb threat at school did most indeed seem to be no more than the criminals taking delight in getting a rise out of people. But then Mashiro spoke up as though she had remembered something.
待って二人とも。
Oh, wait a second, you two!
こうして騒ぎを起こすこと自体が本当の目的のための布石だとしたら
What if causing all this panic itself was just a means to prepare for their goal?
布石
Prepare?
いや、この手口ってさ、過去の Q が起こしたテロに似ている気がするんだよ。
Well, I got the feeling that this trick resembles how Q was carried out the terrorism in the past.
似ているってどういうこと？
It resembles it how?
12年前にサルベツ市 BC 研究所爆破事件ってのがあったんだけど、
12 years ago, there was an incident called the Sarabetsa City BC Laboratory Explosion.
あの時も Q は事件が起きた市内で犯行の直前に放火騒ぎを起こしてるんだ。爆破された研究所とは全然別の場所でね。
Right before the incident, Q caused an arson panic all around the same city. Except the research facility that got bombed was a completely different place from the arson targets.
それで警察や消防がその放火現場に出払っている隙に本当のターゲットを爆破したってわけ。
They distracted the police and fire department with arson before blowing up the real target.
それってつまり
So you mean...
陽動ってことか。
It's all a diversion.
Natsuhiko gasped. True, if he caused panic everywhere around the city, police and security departments would have no choice but to spread their attention thin. Just collecting all the objectionable literature and tracking down its point of origin would require allocating a good amount of personnel.
今回の事件でも同じ手口を使ってるとしたら本当のターゲットは別にある。
If that next incident is using that same trick, then their real target is elsewhere.
じゃあ 本当のターゲットはどこだ？
Then where do you think their real target is?
I just realized something. During part A, Natsuhiko is able to know what's going on with Watase. He's using empathy at a crazy distance. Well, like, distance within the facility. So Natsuhiko really is fucking protagonist level insanity of the empathy. He can use it at least 50 meters, it seems, or at least what the radius of the facility is, if they were in the center the whole time. Like, oh my god. The three of them thought for a second before speaking up all at once.
The parapsychology
Research Center! It was the largest BC research facility in town. And then they visited on field trip just a few days ago. How convenient! The artist won't have to draw a new background.
artist?
Never mind. If Q was after BC research facilities, there would be no bigger target.
行こう、二人とも。
Let's go, guys.
職員の人に伝えなきゃ。
Yeah, we need to inform the staff members. And with that, the three of them dashed off. Back to the Parapsychology Research Center. Meanwhile,
To the Mashiro to the Mashimobile.
it's just a bus.
I just feel like calling it the Mashimobile.
For now, they took the bus and got off in front of the Parapsychology Research Center.
ここが狙われてるのか？
Is this the place being targeted?
In spite of their misgivings, the area was quite peaceful. Mashiro stepped up to the building and tried to go inside, but...
あれ？鍵がかかってる。
Huh? It's locked!
普段は一般開放はされてないの？
Is it normally open?
そうみたい。日を改める。
I know that, Jace, but I wanted Natsuhiko to try to get in the spirit of things too. Because he's trying to be nicer. It's a little character development. I think so. Should we check another day?
いや、せっかく来たんだ。誰か職員の人を探そう。
No, that would be incredibly annoying. And we came all this way. So let's go look for a staff member or someone.
これだけ大きい施設なんだから、誰かいるだろう。
It's such a huge research facility, so I'm sure there's at least someone around.
せめて話を聞きたいね。あるいはこの施設にも怪文書が届いていたとしたら、むしろ安心だし。
I want to hear their story at least. It would actually be a relief if they did get objectionable literature too. They walked around the building circumference as they spoke. Perimeter security was sparse. There was not a single guard to be seen. Furthermore, the building's back entrance.
ここ鍵かかってない。
This door isn't locked.
え？
Huh?
Just as Salyu said, the rear entrance was unlocked.
警備がずさんすぎるぞ。これ、まずいんじゃないのか？
Security's way too sloppy here. Isn't that a little worrying?
いや、もしかしたらテロリストが侵入した後かも。
Wait, it could be the tricks the terrorists left at the break it in!
Oh well, plan B.
Ah! He starts throwing like a shit ton of rocks at the building and trying to break windows. Oh, holy shit! I know I want you to go back to your old self, but that's too far from the other extreme! Hold on, Natsuhiko! Seriously!
No, Mashiro, you wanted the old Natsuhiko back. Here, let me lift a boulder with my amazing level infinity psychic powers.
KQTAs.
どうしよう。警察に通報する？
Oh, what do we do? Should we report it to the police?
いや、それはさすがに早計だろう。通報したところで笑われるのがオチだ。
No, that would probably be too hasty. They'd probably just laugh it off anyway. And that would also not let us continue with the story arc.
Mashiro, consider Natsuhiko's statement for a second before continuing.
じゃあ、ちょっと中に入って確認しようか。
Then, how about we go inside for a bit and check?
大丈夫かな。
Would that be okay?
私としては進めはしないけど、何かあったら私が2人を守る。
I wouldn't recommend it. But if anything happens, I'll protect you two.
いじらしい子だね、お前さんは。
Oh, you're such a lovable girl, aren't you?
Hey! Mashiro's mine!
What'd you say, Natsuhiko?
Nothing, nothing. I mean, no, yes, go ahead. Whatever. Fine. I don't care. Baka.
Oh,
Whew.
Salyu said that word again.
守るか。ありがたいけど、あまり危ないことをしちゃダメだよ。
Protect us, huh? I appreciate the thought, but you shouldn't do something so dangerous.
There was no way you could expect such a small girl to protect him.
If anything happens, I should be the one to protect Salyu and not the other way around. I mean, what is this, an anime? Where little girls could have amazing strength well beyond their frame?
And with that thought, Natsuhiko trespassed into the building from the back entrance alongside the girls. As they passed through the corridor, they quickly came upon a wide room. With the same office-like space they had visited during the field trip. The room was quiet, or rather,
静かすぎる。
too quiet. Holly Wally Woo! I could swear Alice said something. But did you? Yeah, I guess not.
ああ、まるで誰もいないみたいだ。
Yes, it's like there's nobody here.
この施設自体、今日は休みなのかな？
Do you think the whole facility is taking today off? Something seemed odd about that suggestion. This was a facility that published many research results year-round.
いくらなんでも誰かいるだろう。ちょっと探してみよう。
You are now trespassing. 50 bounty added to Whiterun. But I didn't even... But nobody even saw me do this! Alice saw you. Oh, fucking hell!
Has to be at least someone around.
They're going on a field trip to Rokume Academy. Hilarious, Guppy Force.
There has to be at least someone around. Let's just look a little.
Yeah. The three of them nervously walked around the facility. However, no matter how much they searched, they found neither hide nor hair of a single person. For the time being, they returned to the first room and spoke amongst themselves.
なんだ、本当に誰も来てないのか？
What? Seriously? Nobody came at all?
なんか変だね。
Yeah. Kind of strange, isn't it? Salyu nodded and muttered softly.
おかしなことはそれだけじゃない。
That's not all that strange.
この施設、さまざまな研究をしているはずなのに、研究設備が少なすぎる。
Is it a front? What is going on? Does this have something to do with like the Eldritch side of BC that was like mentioned in the research text in like, you know, concerning the true lab and shit? Is this like a front? This facility supposedly conducts various sorts of research, but there's a striking lack of research equipment.
Huh?
確かに
You're right. She did make a good point. There were several office-like rooms, but there were no actual experimental devices to be seen.
そういえば物置とか空き部屋が多かった気がするな。
Now that you mention it, I get the impression that a lot of the rooms were empty of for storage. Oh god.
Holy shit. I can't believe they would even need a front in this in a facility that's already in a secret city. Like, jeez. This is like a level classified above top secret type shit. Yeah, it's gotta have to do with like the Eldritch side of BC.
鍵がかかってる部屋はたくさんあったよね。あれが実験室とかなのかな。
Several rooms were locked. So maybe those were the experimental rooms.
いや、ことによると
No. This was on an unexpected turn. What is going on? No. Judging by the circumstances. Just as Salyu said that. I suddenly heard a noise from outside the room. Ooh. Guard. There's a guard. Every hair on Natsuhiko's body stood on end. Oh crap! It's a member of the Generic Moke Society! He looked to see a brawny man entering the room from the window. And he talked like a Yakuza.
Hey, what do you think your kids think you're doing?
His outfit suggested he was a security guard for the facility. He seemed to have spotted the kids from the outside while he was patrolling around and shouted out to them. Natsuhiko was somewhat relieved and spoke to the security guard.
すみません。この施設がテロリストに狙われている可能性があると聞いて、それをお伝えしに来たんです。
Oh, we're sorry. We heard that this facility was possibly being targeted by terrorists, so we came here to inform you. We are actually agents of the police, Junior Detective League.
Natsuhiko, I think that series is pretty famous. Everybody's gonna know about it. I don't think you should use that name.
Really? Oh crap. Run! Terrorists?
The security guard stiffened at that word.
君、どこでそんな話を聞いたんだ?
Where did you hear that?
あ、いや。
Oh, you know, on that wacky old internet. Chasing up rumors on 3chan.
It was doubtful that the security guard would believe Natsuhiko even if he told them the truth. Natsuhiko thought for a second before answering.
そんな噂を友達から聞いたんです。
We heard that rumor from a friend of a friend. Friends, cousins, aunts, neighbors, sisters, twin brother. Twice removed.
そうです。近頃この町ではテロリストが送った怪文書が飛び交っていて。
That's right. Recently, terrorists have been voicing objectionable literature around the city.
どうも BC 関連施設が狙われているらしいんですよ。それでここも危ないかと思って。
And it looks like they're targeting BC-related facilities. So we believe this place could be in danger too. And we, the Junior Detective League, I'm still gonna go with it, Mashiro, just cool it, came to warn you.
そうか。なるほど。
I see.
ではちょっと詳しい話を聞かせてもらおうか。
Yeah, he's totally a fucking terrorist. Oh god. Your Yakuza accent gives you away, dude.
Then allow me to get all the details out of you kids.
Oh boy. And with that, security guard finally grabbed Natsuhiko's arm.
いた。何を。
How? What gives?
悪いが、 警備室に来てくれ。
Sorry, but please come with me to the security room.
Security guard spoke in a stifled voice. As soon as he heard that, Natsuhiko became suspicious.
What? You're no security guard.
The three of them were well-intentioned whistleblowers. And yet the security guard was training his discerning eye onto Natsuhiko.
It's like he's looking at a culprit.
Taken aback, Natsuhiko shook his hand out of the security guard's grip.
ちょっと何ですか、警備室に来いって。
Hey, what do you mean come to the security room?
いや、ここのところ街中で不穏なことが起こっているのは聞いていたのでね。
Well, I've heard that unrest has been spreading through the whole town lately.
こちらも警戒を強めているんだよ。
So we need to strengthen our guard here.
The security guard drew even closer to Natsuhiko.
ちょっとやめて。夏彦痛がってるじゃないですか。
Hey, quit it! You're hurting Natsuhiko, won't you?
そう、乱暴はやめるべき。
Yes. You should stop resorting to violence.
乱暴。こっちは話を聞こうというだけだ。
Violence? I'm just trying to get you kids to talk.
だいたい勝手に侵入しておいて、その言い草はなんだ。大人に向かって。
You're the one who trespassed in the first place. You got no place to talk back to an adult like that.
Security guard shouted. Natsuhiko stood between him and the girls, but then...
やめろと言っている。
I thought I told you to stop. Salyu spoke up. Perhaps the first time they heard anger mixed in with their calm voice. Now it's time for me to show you my bodyguard skills.
何？
What?
By the time the security guard spoke, Salyu had already sprung into action. She rushed over to him and grabbed his hand. As if in an elegant dance, she wrapped herself behind him and then...
Whoa! What the fuck is this? Some kind of anime?
Oh my god! The security guard's large body flew through the air.
Ay. Holy crap baskets!
For a second, Mashiro and Natsuhiko could not comprehend what just happened. Security guard had struck the floor and passed out, the white showing in his rolled back eyes.
え？今、サリュが投げ飛ばしたの？
Huh? Saw you? Did you just throw him? Oh my god! We are in an anime!
そう、
Yes. Oh my god, do you get your power from nanomachines? Or is it just really, really intense training? Natsuhiko was speechless.
How could such a small girl hurl a grown man like that?
Nano, I was told to respond to that question with Nanomachine's son. I don't know why. Salyu not only excelled in wisdom and physical ability, but she is also well versed in the martial arts, apparently.
すごいね。合気道か何か？
That's amazing! Was that Aikido or something?
そう。夏彦に危害を加えようとしたから、ついカッとなって技が出た。
Yes. He threatened to harm Natsuhiko, so he snapped and used a martial arts technique.
カッとなってって。もうちょっとやりようとかあったんじゃないのか？
He snapped, huh? Did you still think we have further options before knocking him out cold?
I think it's better to resort to violence as soon as possible.
不愉快。夏彦を守ったのに、なぜ怒られるの？
Disappointing. I protected you, Natsuhiko. Why are you mad at me?
そうだよ。サリュだって夏彦のためにやったのに。
Yeah. That's right, she did it for you, Natsuhiko.
いや、その気持ちは嬉しいけどさ。
Well, I appreciate the thought, but...
Natsuhiko looked down at the security guard sprawled out on his feet.
大丈夫なのかこの人。
Will he be okay?
It's okay, I know Batman techniques. He'll just wake up a few hours later dazed.
手加減はした。頭も打っていないし、やがて目覚める。
I held back. He didn't hit his head, so I'll wake up eventually.
でも怪我がないにしろ気絶させちゃったのは事実だからな。起きたら面倒なことになりそうだぞ。
But there's no denying that he didn't injure us. But we knocked him out. So it looks like it'll be a pain to smooth things over when he wakes up.
それじゃあ逃げちゃおうか。
Think we should run?
Yes.
それがいい。後からこの男に何か言われても正当防衛が成り立つ。
That would be best. No matter what this man may say later, it was justified self-defense. Besides, do you really think he'd want to press charges saying that a little girl threw him over his shoulder? Would the police really believe that?
Oh, I suppose not.
そうかな。
You think so?
Spurred on by Natsuhiko's confusion, Salyu spewed a steady stream of words.
日本の法律は私も知っている。刑法36条1項正当防衛について。
I'm familiar with Japanese law. Penal Code Article 36, Self-Defense, Paragraph 1.
脅迫不正の侵害に対して自己または他人の権利を防衛するためにやむを得ずした行為は犯罪に問われない。
An act unavoidably performed to protect the rights of oneself or any other person against imminent and unlawful infringement is not punishable.
侵害者が関係またはそれに準ずるものであった場合もこれを例外としない。
Even if said act is to protect the rights of intruders against the authorities, it is no exception.
Holy shit. That's an awesome law.
夏彦はこの男の恐るべき暴力行為によって権利侵害の危機にあった。
This
なら
man...
ば投げの一発や二発実にやむを得ないこと。
Oh no, Gio, she's way too nice to be Miyazumi's kid. This man was threatening to infringe on Natsuhiko's rights with violent behavior, so I unavoidably had to throw him once or twice. Once or twice?!
理路整然だね。
Now that's a well-reasoned argument.
なんか言いくるめられているような気もするけ
It
ど。
seems a little forced, though.
Do you really think he's gonna admit that a little girl threw him? Seriously, Natsuhiko? But they didn't have any time to discuss law here. All things considered, they technically conveyed the possibility of terrorism here. So they probably fulfilled at least the minimum of their civic duty.
Hopefully use this little scuffle here as a reason to increase security, and everything will turn out all right in the end.
仕方ない。とりあえずここから離れよう。騒ぎになる前に。
Oh well, let's get out of here for now, before things get crazy.
了解。
Roger.
ラジャ
Roger! And with that, they left the room. Damn, I wanted them to explore the facility a bit more. They broke off into a mad dash as they got outside. Huh, I hope the security cameras that we saw were everywhere in the city didn't see us going in that building. Once they got all the way back to the faraway residential area, they finally took a breather.
Oh,
なんとか逃げれたかな。
Do you think we managed to escape?
大丈夫。走りながら後ろは確認していた。誰もついてきていない。
It's okay. I checked behind as we were running. Nobody followed. Salyu spoke without breaking a sweat. She didn't just train her muscle strength and martial arts technique, but her lung capacity too, apparently.
ああ、久しぶりに走った。喉がカラカラだ。
I haven't run like that in forever. My throat is so dry.
だね。ちょっと待って。ジュース買ってくるから。
I know, right? Hold on a second. I'll go buy some drinks. sugar. Oh, they're so rare, but I really want one. Mashiro tottered over to a nearby vending machine. And after a while, she came back carrying 3 bottles in her arms.
はい、夏彦。サリュー。私のおごりだよ。
Okay. Natsuhiko, Salyu, my treat.
なんだこれ。レジスタゴールド
What's this? Register Gold? Is this one of those probiotic drinks?
栄養ドリンクだよ。恐ろしい量のタウリンが入ってんの。肉体疲労時の栄養補給にもってこいだよ。
It's just some Red Bull. Because it's got an ungodly amount of taurine in it. It's the perfect nutrition replenishment when your body's fatigued.
逆に喉が渇きそうだけど
Oh, that just sounds like it'll make you even more thirsty.
Trust me, I couldn't possibly be any more thirsty than I already am. Natsuhiko took a gulp despite his complaints. With their thirst quenched, they got to the main matter of discussion.
しかしあの警備員何か様子が変だったな
Anyway, there was something odd about that security guard, wasn't there?
Register Gold, interesting. There's a running gag that is all in Register's original titles. I guess is Register the new publishing company here? Yeah, seriously, that guard spoke in a Yakuza accent. No way he was a real security guard.
うん。それは私も感じたよ。警戒を強めてるって言ったって、あんなに態度悪くなるもんかな。
I felt so too. He did say that they were tightening security, but did he really have to act that mean about it?
この市の警備員というものはみんなあんなに高圧的なの？
Are all security guards in this city that oppressive? Come on, Salyu. Don't just paint all security guards with the same brush.
いやそんなわけはないと思うけど何か理由があるのかな
No, I really don't think so. There must have been some sort of reason.
実はあの施設にも脅迫状が届いてたとか？
Do you think that facility actually received a threat letter, though?
あるいはそれ以外の何かが
Or maybe there was something besides that.
Natsuhiko felt like there were several suspicious points about what happened, but he really didn't understand any of them, so he couldn't come up with any guesses. As they discussed everything that happened, the sky eventually began to darken.
暗くなってきた。
It's getting dark
だな
and rainy.
そろそろ帰ろうか二人とも
True. Should we start heading back, guys?
もう？
Huh? Already? That was a short chapter!
いや、それは妥当。ただでも危険なことをしているのに、夜になったらなお危ない。
Well, it's only the proper thing to do. We're already doing dangerous things. Bring past nightfall will only add to the danger.
それに有利が心配するといけないし今日の調査はここで打ち切りにしよう
Besides, we can't make Yuri worry, so let's end the investigation here for today.
そっか。
I guess so.
Come on, Mashiro, we made plenty of progress.
Really?
Well, sort of. I mean, we got everyone together and on the same page.
I guess so. Despite Mashiro's words, she still seemed like she wanted to say something else.
大丈夫だよ明日は日曜日だなんなら明日も付き合うから
It's okay. Tomorrow's a Sunday. The one day off we Japanese students have each week. Can you believe it? Seriously, a single day of weekend. One whole day. How generous of them. So I don't mind joining you again tomorrow if you want.
そっか。そうだね。
I say! You're right! Mashiro finally smiled and nodded at Natsuhiko's words.
ただいま
Salyu and Natsuhiko cooking 101. Oh my god. Is Mashiro going to teach them how to cook? That would be an adorable scene.
I'm back.
おかえり。
Welcome back. Once Natsuhiko, Salyu, and Mashiro entered the living room, Yuri greeted them as usual.
ただいまユリ。
we're back, Yuri! Mashiro sat on the sofa and took a deep breath.
ちょっと待ってねみんな。少し休んだらご飯作るから。
Hold on, you guys. I'll make food after we rest a bit. Yuri blinked blankly and whispered to Natsuhiko.
マシロ、何かあったの？なんだかすごく疲れてるみたいだけど。
Did something happen to Mashiro? She seems really tired out.
ああ、それが
Yes, about that.
Natsuhiko explained to Yuri what had happened that day. The reason why Mashiro didn't come to the house in the morning. The existence of the terrorists. How the police and security department couldn't be relied on. But for now, we glossed over how Mashiro could use empathy and what happened at the Parapsychology Research Center. After listening to the story, Yuri calmly spoke.
大変だったね。
I see. Sounds serious.
いや、僕はともかく真白がね。
Well, forget about me. I'm more worried about Mashiro.
She had probably been worrying herself sick about the potential terrorist attack, even last night. She had been behaving energetically all day today, but once they got back at the house, she crashed as if all her tension had snapped.
If only I believed her from the start, she wouldn't be so tired out now. Would she?
With that thought in mind, Natsuhiko called out to her.
よし、真白。日頃の恩返しだ。今日は僕がご飯を作るよ。
Okay, Mashiro, as a token of all my gratitude for the food, I'll be the one to make dinner today.
Huh? Mashiro's head jolted up in surprise. Yuri's eyes widened too.
珍しいね。ヒコリンが？
That's new. You're gonna cook Hikarin.
ああ、僕がだ。
Yes, I am.
Eblis, are you serious? In Italy too? Oh my god. Wow. That's... wow. Yuri couldn't cook at all. She couldn't even hold a kitchen knife. Which meant that... yeah, I wonder if that's... Huh. I wonder if that's a clue. Which meant that Natsuhiko had to be the one to do it.
夏彦、料理できるの？
Because Mashiro being able to use empathy opens up that possibility that Yuri is just a projection of the Yuri trapped in the true lab. Natsuhiko, you can cook.
いや、前に挑戦したけど全然ダメだった。というわけで、サリも手伝ってくれ。
Well, I tried before, but it was completely terrible. So that's it. Help me out, Salyu.
私も料理はできない。けど、やってみる。
I can't cook either, but I'll try.
オッケー。それじゃあいいかな、真白。
Okay. That sound good to you, Mashiro?
ありがとう。
Oh, thanks! You guys are lifesavers! Now excuse me while I crash onto this couch.
My god, Mashiro's snores are no joke.
Mashiro seemed at least a little happy.
さて、始めるか。
Okay, let's begin then.
Wait, you heard it? You heard Zen Zen Damida? I didn't hear it.
私も料理はできない。けど、
いや、前に挑戦したけど全然ダメだった。
Oh my god, it did say it!
サリも手伝ってくれ。
Yes, Zen Zen motherfucking Damida!
Oh my god, he did! He said it! Okay. Natsuhiko and Salyu stood in the kitchen and started off just lining up the
ヒ
ingredients.
コリン、サルちゃん、頑張れ。 愛情は最良のスパイスだよ。
How sad are you on, Yuri? Go for it, Hikarin Salyu. Love is the very best spice.
I think that's just a cooking cliche, but okay.
まあ半人前同士でも合わせれば一人前になるさ。
Well, two halves make a whole, so if we work together, I'm sure we can compensate for our lack of skill.
料理は科学の実験と一緒。分量と時間さえ間違わなければ美味しくなるはず。
Cooking is just another form of chemistry. As long as you get the measurements and times right, it'll turn out good. Probably. And with that wishful thinking, they began to chop the ingredients.
Oh boy. I have a feeling this is gonna turn out. Hope this turns out better than the other time. My voice was someone with someone whose cooking was less than adequate. I'm having flashbacks to another universe in which I watched someone cook horrible monstrosities one after another, each more terrifying than the last, until finally, for some reason, an edible dish was cooked as a sort of punchline after all my suffering.
But the two cooking novices stumbled even after at that very first step.
サリュー、米研いでくれ。
Salyu, what's the rice for me?
研ぐ？
Wash.
あ、洗うってこと。
Yes, to remove excess starch.
わかった。
Understood. Oh no, God! And with that answer, Salyu grabbed the kitchen soap.
まあ待て、洗うってそういう意味じゃないよ。もっとこう水でショキショキと。
Oh, no, that's not what I meant by washing it. I mean, you know, you run it on some water and then you knead it.
ショキショキ。
So I do need it. Oh my God!
That base!
Despite their essential partnership, they are unable to communicate properly.
This could not possibly get any worse.
God. As they moved on to make the side dishes, even more problems sprang up.
サリュー、味噌汁が辛くなりすぎた。水足してくれ。
Salyu, the miso soup's too strong. Dilute it some.
了解した。
Roger. Yes. Gabby Force says, I guess they need to go beyond communication. Sunglasses on. Salyu answered like so, and then tossed a bowl full of water into the pot.
No!
あ、ダメだってサリュー。そんな大雑把なやり方じゃ。
No, Salyu. You have to be more precise.
そうなの？
Do I?
Oh dear, I'm cooking with Amelia Bedelia.
さっき分量が大事だって自分で言ってただろ。ちゃんと測らなきゃ。
You just said that quantities were important, didn't you? You gotta measure it out properly.
I was not given said instruction.
でも薄める水の量なんてレシピには書いていない。勘を信じるしかない。
But the recipe doesn't say how much water to dilute it with. I can only trust my intuition. Hello, Hala Mirage. Welcome to the stream.
だいたい料理用語は表現が曖昧すぎる。ひとつまみとか何？
Besides, this cooking terminology is too vague. What exactly is a motherfucking pinch? How do I know what a pinch is? I have a feeling that they just use that as an excuse. So when the recipe doesn't turn out tasting good, instead of blaming their recipe, you blame yourself on not using the exact amount of ingredients.
いや、
You've done this before, haven't you, Salyu? You sound awfully vindictive.
Maybe I have.
Well, don't ask me. It's kind of,
Even though they cook while checking the recipe via PDA, which is totally fetch. The flavor mysteriously managed to betray expectations. I knew it! Readjusting added another layer of difficulty. After nearly another hour of grappling with the ingredients.
よし、できた。
Okay, it's done.
They finished cooking somehow or another. They brought the miso, soup, and the meat and vegetables to front table into separate dishes.
おい、真白にユーリ、飯できたよ。
Hey, Mashiro, Yuri, we're finished making dinner.
私なりに一生懸命頑張ったつもり。
I gave it everything I had. Or at least I tried.
ひこりん、サリュちゃん、お疲れ様。
Hikorin, Salyu, good work.
ありがとう、二人とも。
Yeah, thanks, guys. Mashiro spoke happily as she sat in front of the dishes.
それじゃみんな、手を合わせて。
Now then, everyone, put your hands together and say Itadakimasu.
いただきます。
Oh, there you go. They did it. Thanks for the food. Thanks for the food. Thanks for the food. And with that, they reached out to the dishes in front of them. Oh my god, could you even imagine Hala Mirage? That would justify all my freaking crazy ass theories. If Salyu just asked who Yuri was. But soon enough, Salyu spoke sadly.
やっぱりこのスープは美味ではない。
The soup really didn't turn out well.
私が分量を間違えたせい。
It's because I botched measuring the quantities.
え？そんなバカな。
What? No way!
Shocked, Natsuhiko rushed to spoon himself a mouthful of miso soup. Yep, image color inverts, spooky wind sound effects plays. Exactly, Mr. Valdic. Oh! Wait, what? But she's as good as any run-of-the-mill miso.
大丈夫だよ。美味しいよ、サリュ。
Can Salyu not taste properly?
It's okay, Salyu. It's good, you know.
そうだよ。心配しなくていいよ。
Alright, here's another test. Is Salyu gonna answer Yuri? It really is. No need to worry.
でも真白に比べると全然ダメ。
But it's not good all compared to Mashida's. She could just be responding to Natsuhiko. Yeah, she could just be responding to Natsuhiko.
Well, if you're going to say that, then my stir fry's the same way, you know.
It's okay, Salyu. No one is as badass as me without a ton of practice in cooking. I've been doing this for years. And someday it'll all be worth it, because Natsuhiko's gonna ask me to marry him. I swear! Really? At least I hope so, or else this is all for nothing.
普段いかに美味しいものを食べていたのかと思い知らされたよ。僕も全く未熟だ。
Let this just be a reminder of how delicious the food we normally get to eat is. I'm completely inexperienced too.
I'm glad he's appreciating Mashiro more and more.
いや、それを言ったら私の方が未熟。
No, if you're gonna say that, then I'm the one who's more inexperienced.
いやいや、僕の方が。
No, no, I am.
The two of them kept trying to out-humble each other. Aww! Mashiro giggled at their little exchange.
安心してどっちも美味しいから。
Fucking
本当に
iPad.
ありがとう、
Yeah.
二人とも。
Seriously. Seriously. Absolutely Hala Mirage. Mashiro is legit godlike with like, she's smart, a great cook, and like she's a top tier psychic. Like seriously. No wonder Natsuhiko can feel a little intimidated by her. Like, holy shit. It's okay, guys. They're both delicious. Of course, they're nothing compared to mine. Thank you guys so much.
そう安堵した。
Okay, that's a relief.
Mashiro, what about my consent?
Shut up, you! You're not gonna say this! God, it's like I think love relationships are a two-way street! I wait to find a special other who'll spur you to learn cooking because of your love for you two, and then you'll become a perfect chef!
What did you...
Nothing! I'm so tired. Thank you, Chase and Avalis.
いいもんだな。こうして料理を褒めてもらうって。
It sure is nice to hear someone praise your cooking, huh?
そうそう。私がこの役目を嫌がらない理由も分かったでしょ。
Exactly! So now do you understand why I don't hate my role in this household? Yuri smiled as she watched the three of them converse. The cooking was plain and simple, but before they had realized it, their usual warmth around the dinner table had returned. But then... Oh boy. As if to shout at the calm mood, the sound of the intercom rang out.
あれお客さん
Myself, yourself. Oh. That's the name of a story. One time... I wonder. This seems like it's a big turning point. Let's see. Should I continue from here? Or is this going to be a big section right here? Because this seems like it's going to be a pretty big turning point right now. If someone's coming to visit their house. It's not that long? Okay, I'll get going. Thank you, TAs. Huh? A visitor.
誰だこんな時間に。
Who could it be at this time of night?
Very rarely did anybody visit this house at night. Natsuhiko felt suspicious as he answered the intercom on the wall.
はい。どなたですか？
Hello, who is it?
こちら天川さんのお宅でよろしかったでしょうか。
Is this the Tenkawa household?
はあ。
Ah, no, they're on
そうですの。
Neptune. Yes it is. I'm being dumb.
天川夏彦さんはご在宅ですか？
Is Mr. Natsuhiko Tenkawa at home?
Natsuhiko felt a little uneasy, so for now he answered dishonestly.
私はこの家のハウス
Honestly,
キーパーですが、夏彦さんは戻られておりません。
Oh, wow! Oh, you did answer dishonestly. Dang, smart. Natsuhiko being smart.
Housekeeping. Mr. Natsuhiko isn't at home at the moment, blimey. I'm just a housekeeper.
そうですか。
He's a really strong man of the house, see?
Oh my god, Natsuhiko!
Is that so?
どちら様でしょうか？
How might you be?
あ、これは失礼。私は六名士保安課の竹橋と申します。
My apologies. I'm Takahashi from the Rokumi City Security Department.
保安課？
The security department? I mean, the security department. Blimey.
Natsuhiko was suspicious. Why would the security department give this house a visit?
保安課の方が夏彦さんにどのようなご用件でしょうか？
Whoa, what business does the security department have with Mr. Natsuhiko?
先ほど超心理学研究所の警備員の方からお電話をいただきましてね。
Well, we just got a call from the security guard at the Parapsychology Research Center.
6名学園の学生らしき3人組がうちの建物に侵入して騒いでいた。
He said that 3 people who appeared to be Rokame City students trespassed into the... Oh, that's that guy. He said that 3 people who appeared to be Rokame City Academy students trespassed into the building and made a commotion.
追い出そうとしたら逆に因縁をつけられ気絶するほど殴られたと。
And how exactly did they figure that it was him?
When he tried to drive him out, they picked a fight with him instead and struck him hard enough to knock him out, apparently. Oh, blimey! Master Natsuhiko's a gentle soul. He would never do such a thing. And he was at home all day playing fish and chips. Isn't fish and chips food? Never mind.
Natsuhiko's terrified. That wasn't what happened.
ちょっと待ってください。それは何かの間違いです。
Mashiro, you were saying about the security guard not wanting to report he got beat up by a little girl.
Hey, at least we know he's not sexist.
Ah!
Thank you for that, Jace.
Hold on, there has to be some kind of mistake.
まあ最後までお聞きください。
Please allow me to finish.
Security department member used polite words, but his tone sounded relentless.
我が保安課としては通報を受けた手前とりあえず調べたんですよ。
We at the security department make sure to properly investigate all the tips we receive.
街頭に設置されている監視カメラの映像記録をね。
I knew the fucking security cameras! God damn it! God.
We referred to the footage of security cameras installed in the streets. God damn it, we forgot about those! Only Collider remembered.
すると警備員の方が殴られたという時間の直後、確かに高校生が聴診券から出てくるのが見つかったんです。
And right after the security guard was struck, we certainly did see a male high school student come out of the PRC.
それで市民データベースに照会したところ、それが天川夏彦さんだということが分かりまして。
And cross-referencing the citizen database revealed there was indeed Mr. Natsuhiko Tenkawa. Oh, fucking hell, I knew we should have worn some kind of disguises. Oh god, we were so unprepared. I mean, blimey, I'll certainly keep an lookout for Mr. Natsuhiko and tell him to come right to you. Oh god, we're dead. Our lives are over. Oh god, oh why did I listen to Mashiro? Oh god.
Natsuhiko, snap out of it! We're gonna be on the run like Bonnie and Clyde! That guy in the fugitive! We gotta keep running around, avoiding Tommy Lee Jones until we can prove our innocence! A catch of the terrorists! Natsuhiko shuddered to think that they could identify him with such accuracy in such a short amount of time. But that wasn't the problem.
What the hell did that security guard tell them? It's completely disjointed from the truth, isn't it?
Perhaps he resented being flung, but what he said was clearly fabricated.
聞こえてますか？
Excuse me, did you hear me?
はい。
Oh, yes.
それで我が保安課としてはですね、夜分すみませんが、市役所までご同行願えないかと伺ったわけです。
So we at the security department apologize for making such a late visit, but we would like to ask Mr. Natsuhiko to come with us to the municipal office.
Natsuhiko, snap out of it!
Mashiro, Look at me. Look at my beaten and good looks. Do you think a guy like me will last 5 minutes in prison?
Oh, crap! You're right! Yes, definitely we gotta go on the run! Pack your bags! Salyu! But I just got here. Ah!
Yes, Yuri, you, I guess stay here since you're not involved. But, if they decide to torture you, do not tell them where we went.
I think that won't be a problem. Come with us. Natsuhiko understood full well what that phrase implied. Security guard department didn't come here to simply ask for his side of the story. If that were the case, they could do it here and now. And the fact that he went out of his way to come here at night meant
He came to take us into custody.
confused at the sudden turn of events, Natsuhiko decided to buy time for now.
ちょっと待ってください。夏彦さんに連絡してみます。
Hold on a second. I'll go contact that naughty Mr. Natsuhiko.
あの人はいつも帰りが遅いので、今日はお引き取りください。
That bloke is always coming home late, so I'm sorry, but I must just get a leave for today.
ご協力感謝します。
Sure, thanks for your cooperation. Natsuhiko hung up the intercom and turned back to the girls.
We are dead. We are dead. Our lives are over.
Natsuhiko, get a hold of yourself! Upon which they all looked back to him in worry.
ひかり、何かあったの？
Hikarin, what happened?
いや、保安課の人が僕たちを補導しに来たらしい。
Well, it looks like someone from the security department came to take us into custody. For some reason, they only saw my face and not Mashiro's or Salyu's.
補導？どうして？
Custody? Why?
まさか上心理
Why do you
学
think?
研究所での一件で？
Don't tell me it's because of what happened at the Parapsychology Research Center.
確かにそうだけど、サリュのせいじゃないよ。
Well, it just seemed like that. It wasn't your fault, Salyu. It was Mashiro's for getting us into this.
What? Why me? Indeed, all the three of them were guilty of wrongdoing. The security guard was even more malicious.
でも経緯はどうあれ、保安課に睨まれてしまったのはまずい。非常にまずい。
Regardless of how things got this way, it's bad that we attracted the security department's discerning eye. Extremely bad.
保安課というのはどういう連中なの？
What kind of people make up the security department?
市が運営する警察みたいなもんだ。
They're like a police force that manages the city.
Natsuhiko thought back on his knowledge of the security department. The Rokame City Security Department was an organization that worked with the police to maintain public order of the city. They were founded in 2016 based on the privilege of a government-designed top-secret city to mobilize a self-governed police force. They were a large organization consisting of 8 officials, 32 sections, and 400 men given just about the same privileges as the police. For example, they had the authority to inspect the city's security camera footage and citizen database, the authority to carry extendable batons, as well as the authority to patrol, interrogate, and detain and take people in custody. Naturally, they didn't have the authority to possess handguns or to make arrests, and in exchange, their footwork was light and they were able to intervene in civil affairs. Small fights, acts of discrimination against communicators, misdemeanors, and petty disputes were often reported more to the security department rather than the police. And naturally, those taken into custody by the security department were often handed over to the police.
やばいな。とっさに嘘ついてごまかしたけど。
Crap. I deceived him with a spur of the moment lie, but
補導されたらややこしいことになりそうだぞ。
things look like they got messy if they take us into custody.
だね。そんなのに関わっている場合じゃないのに。
True, and we don't have time to deal with that at all. Even though the security department member said he'd leave for today, they can still sense his presence outside the door.
Close all the blinds.
Perhaps he was waiting for Natsuhiko to get back. Possibly he was starting to make the connection that the housekeeper was Natsuhiko himself. The four children sank into silence for a while, and eventually Mashiro muttered,
逃げようかな私
"Do you think I can escape?"
逃げるだって
Huh? Escape?
だって補導されて警察にでも引き渡されたらテロリストを探せないじゃん
I mean, if they take us into custody and hand us over to the police, I can't search for the terrorists.
第一私家に帰ることもできないし窓からちょっと逃げるしかないよ
For starters, I can't even escape back home. I have no choice but to escape through the window.
おい真白さすがにそれは
Hey, Mashiro, now that's a little...
あもちろん私一人で行くよ夏彦たちはあのドアさえ開けなければいいからね
But naturally, I'm not going by myself. Just don't open that door. But then that would isolate Mashiro again. And she's seen the terrorist's face. In the off chance that something did happen, there'd be no taking it back.
I want to at least see her off to her house, but...
As that thought crossed his mind, Natsuhiko looked at Yuri. The girl who could not leave the house noticed his glance and spoke.
私のことは気にしなくていいよ
You don't have to worry about me, okay?
でも
But...
保安課の人が探してるのはヒコリンとマシロンとサジュちゃんだけでしょ
The security department man is only searching for you, Mashiro, and Salyu, right?
Actually, he didn't even mention Mashiro and Salyu. Just me, for some reason.
私は頭数に入ってないと思うしお家の中にいれば大丈夫だよ
I don't think I'm included, so it's okay for me to stay here. Oh, another slam dunk. Natsuhiko was quite hesitant. If they left the house just once, the security department could catch them easily. Who knows when they'd be able to return.
But is it really okay? Is it okay to leave Yuri here alone?
He promised. He told himself that he'd keep watching over her. He thought that way ever since the accident 9 years ago. No, even before that.
If only I could go back to that time. If only I had some way, someone had a power to send me back in time and try things again.
And with that thought, Natsuhiko's mind recalled the events of 10 years ago. Go. Oh my god, are we gonna actually see what happened? After Natsuhiko had heard Yuri's parents quarreling at home, Natsuhiko, worried about Yuri, went to the park every day to see her. The 3 days passed with no sign of her. So on the 4th day, he made up his mind and headed to her house once more. Oh, this is a character scene. Oh wow, Chase. All right, so I think now is a good place to stop for today. Well, we certainly had a lot happen. And looking for the terrorists, and now they're getting caught by the security department, and like, oh my god. Ah! I love these characters so much. Mashiro's secret about her telepathy is out. Like, oh my god. About her empathy, I should say. I love this game so much. I can't wait to see where it goes. Great, next time we'll pick up with this Yuri flashback. So until then, I will say, yeah, we're going to do some more Umineka Tsubasa HD on Thursday, and we'll continue this on Friday. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.